I did not actually see what role it is, and I don't think we're gonna see it, so let's quickly just go back if YouTube will stop causing problems. It's an all-rounder. I told you. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I bet Galarian Rapidash will be 2. You know what? I'll check right now. I knew it. I knew it. 2 all-rounders. Do I know or do I know? Do I know or do I know? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Back to 139. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. 2 for 2 called it. I told you. I told you all-rounders are the only thing they know how to make broken anymore. It's the only thing they know how to make broken anymore. Now, I didn't check if they're special attack or not. Do we see any purple numbers when they do some attacks? No! Fairy Wind does physical damage. Okay. Boosted does physical damage. Rock Smash does physical. It's all physical. They're a physical all-rounder. To be fair, that fits with Tinkaton. Swinging a giant hammer, I wouldn't exactly call special attack. It's Unite content. It's Shay, who's here. What's up, Shay? How you doing? Insert joke here. That's interesting. You know, you always expect the fairy type to be a special attack supporter, you know, but, you know, they're not all gonna be. They're not all gonna be. Yeah, it does make sense for this to be physical attack. See the score? See the score animation? Boom! That's a good dunk. That is a good dunk. They've been cooking with the score animations lately. I'm not gonna lie. They have been cooking. Yeah, that basic straight up reaches backwards. Look at this. Misses. Mamo hits. Look at this boosted range. Look at this boosted range. Look at this. Dead. What is this boosted range? It hits frame 1 so far away. Is that Mamo? Who hit that? There's no way that's Mamo's second hit that does 1,000 damage. There's no way. Yeah, Tinkaton got the kill. That boosted killed from a mile away. Look at this. Bonk. This is Mamo's hit. Mamo hits here. Bonk. What is this range? What is this? Do you know how often I miss a melee basic attack as Machamp? Or as Zeraora? Even as Absol. Do you know how often I miss a melee basic attack? Because they moved an inch out of my range? What is this? Look at where Tinkaton's range ends. Look at where they took damage. What is this? What is this range? I'm telling you, this is all they know how to program anymore. This is all they know how to program anymore. Is broken all-rounders. That's all they know. This is all they know. It's what this is unfair. Look at this. Bonk. What is this? What is this? Terrible, awful, horrible, no good, very bad day. Bonk. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, that range. Apparently no one's allowed to miss a basic attack anymore. Those have to hit. Ice Hammer Plus. I get to read the ability. I didn't even see it before. It doesn't stun, so at least there's that. It's not saying much, but it is saying something considering this meta. You have to charge it as well. A little bit of a Gyarados situation, it feels like. It's kind of like Bounce, except you're not the projectile. So Bounce, but better. Oh my god, look at them skip while they're thieved! Oh my god, I love it. That is the best. I love that animation so much. It's Azumarill. They've got the Azumarill play rough. It looks like there's very similar animation too. Skippity-doo. It's so cute. I love it. I almost wonder if Thief would be better with Gigaton Hammer. SmackDown doesn't seem that impressive. But it is ranged, so it doesn't mean that you're basically never gonna die. You don't get to know what Tackle does, though. Yo, Galarian Ponyta is crazy. Confusion? Tackle is a sure hit. Once again, every single Tackle in the game is better than Goodra's. Every single one. And frankly, I'm not happy about it. Okay? I'm not happy about it. I feel a little bit gypped. I'm not gonna lie. Every Tackle in the game is better than Goodra's. This is basically just Goodra's Tackle, but with more range. Why? More range, and they have a better AoE, so they can combo off it better. It's not fair. Let them go. They're so cute. Galarian Ponyta is so cute. Look at it. Look at the little strut. I love it. It has like similar levels of cute as Alolan Vulpix and Alolan Ninetales. I love it. And one last thing I wanted to check out. I'm full screening this. Oh no, you guys can't see the whole thing. Okay, I'm theater moding this. Oh, look at that. It's a Mew skin! It's finally a Mew skin that I can afford! Yay! I honestly might get this Battle Pass just for the Mew skin. The Lapras skin's pretty good too, let's be honest. This is like at a glance, this is like a 9 out of 10 at least. There's frills, there's ribbons, there's good colors. Look at the trim. Oh, that floofy trim. I love it. There's icons, there's little snowflakes everywhere. This already is like a 9 out of 10 skin, and I just looked at it. Oh, look at the headdress. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. This is beautiful. No notes. None. It's beautiful. It's got a recall animation, it's got a trail. Does it have a kill animation? Oh, it has a kill animation. Does it have a unite? It does. It has a unite. Well, that killed it, but I think it doesn't. It's hard to tell. I think they stylized the water a little bit, so I think it might be, but it could also, the trail behind it could be the trail, or it could be the unique unite. I think it's a unique unite animation. It's just subtle. And the score. There's a unique score animation as well. Mew! Yay, we get a Mew. I love Mew. And it's a holiday one. It's one I get to use for Christmas. Yay, that's my favorite. Yay. I get a holiday Mew and a holiday Pikachu. Yay. I love this. I'm probably gonna get this Battle Pass, so I'm not gonna lie. You can complain all you want about you're supporting the bad devs, all right? These are hold your complaints until we see the patch notes, because this is 3 patches in 1 month. If that's not improvement, I don't know what is. Besides fixing the matchmaking, because I played 3 games today and all 3 of them were just teammates that I literally couldn't win with. I had some of the best games ever on Glaceon, Pikachu, and Espeon. Some of the best games I've ever had. Not literally, but like in terms of like my final stats and how I felt I was doing. And it still was not even close. Like the enemy team had like triple my kills just because like I was doing better than their best carry, but they had 2 other people that were carrying because just death. I even have a thanks ping Pikachu. That was rough. So the matchmaking could definitely still use some fixing. Like it could have for years. Let's see the female version. Much better. I was like, before I judge this, female version, much better. Much better. Very nice. Very nice. Definitely has a little bit of Dutch inspiration. Little bit of Frozen, just saying. Very nice though. Very appreciate. Very good. Guja buff. No way. Power whip cooldown reduced. That's like the least impactful buff you could have possibly given Gudra. Acid spray cooldown reduced. I'll take it. Acid spray with a lower cooldown is actually really helpful. That's actually super dope. And being able to actually chase people down instead of them just walking away from you would be super dope. I hope it's at least a good change. This is like the least impactful buff they could have given. Buff Muddy Water! Buff Muddy Water, damn you! Give it a movement speed buff or something. Spark. Cooldown reduced. Zera buff! This is my patch, dude. Darkrai's getting nerfed. Gudra and Zera buffs? This is my patch, dude. Spark cooldown reduced? Hell yeah. Wild Charge cooldown reduced? Alright. The invincible move? Alright. Discharge shield effect strengthened! Finally! The nerf I told you was BS the day it happened. Finally, Discharge has a shield again. Yes! Thank goodness. So necessary. Especially for the Spark Discharge build. Hell yeah. And no Volt Switch changes, which is good, because I don't like that move. I do not like Volt Switch. Also, it's already kind of as good as it needs to be. Honestly, it already does more damage than it needs to. Like, why does it do damage? Why does it need to? The Cinder. Defense and special defense have been increased. Why are they just making all the why are they just making all the attackers tanky, dude? That's not the solution. Well, I mean, I guess it is more interesting than nerfing the damage of basically every Pokemon they've introduced at this point. Might as well just raise the lower end than nerfing the top end at this point. Kind of weird, but I guess this is just the meta we're gonna have to live in. So, you know, this is the world we're gonna have to live in, I guess. Oh well. What else do we got? Defense, special defense, probably towards late game, if I had to guess. Blaze Kick cooldown lengthened. Fucking Blaze Kick nerf. Nobody uses Blaze Kick anymore anyway. It's all Pyro Ball. Where the fuck did this come from? I mean, whatever. Pyro Ball was the only meta moveset anyway. I guess now it's just straight up a mage. Cooldown lengthened. Fucking wild. Just random ass nerf. Assault Vest effect strengthened, thank god. Rocky Helmet effect strengthened. I bet it's still F tier. Rescue Hood effect strengthened, thank god. Safeguard's even better. Safeguard keeps winning, boys. Blissey Supremacy. Weakness Policy. Effect weakened. I'll take it. I mean, I feel like it was already very difficult to use, but I mean, this nerfs defenders and all-rounders, and I'm all for that. Keep nerfing those. I don't care if I play Machamp. Just keep nerfing the whole class. The whole thing. I'll sacrifice Machamp if it means Mimikyu is nerfed. Gladly. I lose out on Blaziken? That's fine with me. I lose out on Mewtwo X? Perfectly fine with that. I don't care. Even Mewtwo X I will sacrifice if it means Mimikyu is nerfed. I don't care. I have Mewtwo Y. And I have Mew. So, it's a random one, but I wouldn't call it unwarranted. That's fair. Weakness Policy was really good specifically on all-rounders and defenders, the two classes that need nerfs the most. So, yeah, honestly, fair. This basically doesn't affect me at all. I don't run Weakness Policy on literally anyone. I think the only character I was considering running it on was Mamo, and I never play Mamo unless I even when I absolutely have to anymore. Honestly, I still just pick Greedent now. Greedent was buffed. I have an excuse. I just pick Greedent or Umbreon. I don't play Mamo anymore. I'd rather play Goodra any day, even if it means I lose. Rapid Fire Scarf Effect weakened. No! There better be a fucking Slick Spoon nerf, I swear to god. If you nerfed Rapid Scarf and Slick Spoon is not nerfed, I'm going to murder somebody on your dev team. Or the producer. Someone's dying. Thank god. If that's an effect strengthened, I was going to crash out. Someone was going to die. Slick Spoon effect being fucking finally. This is a worthwhile sacrifice. We still have Muscle Band. I was gonna scroll down. I was like, Muscle Band was there. I thought for sure Muscle Band was gonna be there. Muscle Band's one of the best items of the game. I thought for sure I was gonna scroll down and see Muscle Band. It's like shit. No. All right, we're sacrificing Rapid Scarf for Slick Spoon. Worth. It's a rough one. It's not really in our favor. It's even at best, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Anything to nerf Slick Spoon. Fucking mages. That's right, I play Pikachu and I'm saying fuck mages. Pikachu is the most balanced mage in terms of damage. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, I dare you. And also in damage to stun ratio. You think Volt Tackle's bad? Try facing the other mages. Face a Moonblast or a Blizzard Ninetales and you tell me that Volt Tackle is the worst of all of them. Ninetales can stun you 3 times in a row. Moonblast reaches a fucking zip code away and stuns multiple people and has a similar cooldown. And it's ranged. At least when Pikachu Volt Tackles, they explode in a team fight. I can't tell you how many times I have died in a team fight because I Volt Tackled somebody and the entire enemy team hit me by accident. I cannot tell you how many times that has killed me. It's not even really worth stunning somebody who's in a team fight anymore. You're better off just trying to pick someone off on the sidelines. Not to mention the fact that it's nearly impossible to pick who you're stunning when you're in just a ball of death. That's it. Slick Spoon has finally been nerfed since it was introduced. And Rapid Fire Scarf, which, to be fair, has caused a few problems. Rapid Fire Scarf has caused a few problems with Mewtwo Y. It's caused a few problems with probably someone else, honestly. It's kind of generally good on basic attackers. And honestly, even some, like, all-rounders. Just kind of generally good. No Pokemon was really made broken because of it, as opposed to Slick Spoon, where multiple Pokemon have been made broken because of it. Finally. Finally, that's been nerfed. And Rescue Hood finally got a buff. Finally. It might be worth it to run it on Comfey again. Probably not. But I'll do it anyway, because I like it. I'm a support, damn it. Blissey be winning. Blissey be winning these last couple of patches, dude. Freezing Rust patch? Blissey patch, dude. Ninetales also got that sick buff. Aurora Veil is honestly probably almost viable at this point, with just like the defense and special defense increases. Ninetales Aurora Veil legit pretty tanky. Hey, Goodra finally got a buff. Finally! This is my patch, dude. Darkrai nerfed, Goodra buffed, Zera buffed, Cinder kinda buffed. Blaze Kick isn't even meta, so I'm gonna call it a buff. And Slick Spoon nerfed, Weakness Policy nerfed, Rescue Hood buffed. This is my patch, dude. This is my patch. Let's go. I desperately wish that Goodra had gotten a better buff. But we'll take it. We'll take what we can get. We might finally beat the worst Pokemon allegations. We've been called the worst Pokemon ever since like Greedent got buffed, and we might finally be beating those allegations now. Acid Spray might actually be worth picking. And Power Whip certainly isn't. I don't think cooldown's gonna fix that one. Gosh, I wish Muddy Water was buffed. Muddy Water is the reason to pick Power Whip. Because like Power Whip is only good if your teammates actually help you. They don't help you in solo queue. They don't help you. The only reason to pick Power Whip is if you have Muddy Water. But Muddy Water didn't get buffed. It just needs a little something. A little movement speed buff. A little movement speed buff. Maybe a bit of a slow. Just a tiny heal. Something. It needs something. Just a little bit of something. Some shield. Some shield. Forget the regen. Just a little bit of shield. That's all it needs. Just a little bit. Just a little something. Just a little something so you don't explode. Or you can chase. One of the two. At least one. Whatever. I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get. Power Whip, Acid Spray, buffed. I can play Goodra. At least. I certainly don't want to play again, but I kind of want to. This patch hasn't actually happened yet, has it? This patch doesn't happen until tomorrow. Actually, has it happened? It might have. I gotta test the Goodra buffs, dude. I gotta. The Rapid Scarf nerfs. Let's be honest, it's still probably best in slot for most basic attackers. What are you gonna put in its place? Attack weight? It's a bit of a risk reward, don't you think? I'm gonna put Float Stone. Honestly, Float Stone is probably going to be on a lot of Pokemon now. It's a hell of an indirect nerf to Mewtwo and Cinder specifically, because those are the two Pokemon that could use it the best. Because their caps on basic attack speed were so high. Now they've basically just made it so every Pokemon attacker, every basic attacker can use Rapid Scarf roughly the same. Although, ironically, this does once again indirectly nerf Duraludon. Again. Duraludon has been indirectly nerfed again. He is once again. Honestly, I'm gonna say it. If these Goodra buffs are even slightly good, I'm calling it. Duraludon's worst character in the game. Like, let me look up Unite DB right now. And see if I can find any numbers on this. Nope, we don't have the patches here. The math cord might. Is the update still going? Yeah, the update's still going. Don't mind that. Why is that there? Don't worry about it. I'll worry about it later. I know why it's there, but don't worry about it. Below, fabulous rewards now available. The Squirtle set ×2. Can't afford that. Stage style. Yeah, see, so here's that Venusaur skin. It screams to me Chinese, so I guess I am spoiled about that. It says stage style, but like that tassel in the back is kind of like a hairpin. Look at the clouds, the tails here, the trails rather. The pleated, like, creased vest with the little swirls, and you can see the little, like, circular sideways button clips, and the little bulb, neck, or bracelet. Like, this just screams to me a Chinese skin. It just screams to me Chinese skin. And, like, that, once again, it's just like, it feels like they're merging the global version. It feels like the merge again. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But this is very clearly a Chinese vest. So that's interesting. Who is chunking me? Garchomp, Cinder, Darkrai. Who else do they have? Zera. What was the other one? Aegislash. Yeah, they just had a lot of chunk, and I really just didn't die that fast. I rate the buff. It's not impressive. It's not world-shattering, but... Chase, useful. Dash away, useful. Stun in a team fight, useful. Right? Like, Acid Spray doing work. Power Whip, still worthless. If I had Power Whip that game, I would have been shredded. I would have been worthless. I wouldn't have been able to help Gardevoir at all. I never would have been able to hit Darkrai. I never would have been able to hit Cinder. Right, like, I would have been useless. So, I definitely don't rate the Power Whip buffs. I do not rate. Do not rate worthless buff. But Acid Spray, we'll take what we can get. It's something. Yo, One Piece fan, let's go. You get a like for that name. I forgot to like anybody. My Zoroark didn't like me. I was in your lane! You son of a gun! You chose Night Slash Shadow Claw, and you're trying to tell me that I did wrong? What the heck, man? Whatever. I damaged him too. I did more damage than he did. He took more damage than he did. Unbelievable. And I'm the bad one. Unbelievable. At least he didn't ping me all game. Thanks, Pikachu is not a good look. Reminds me of, what was his name? I can't remember. Something, he dominates you. Something like that. The Zera buffs? It's about what you would expect. He took Volt Switch. He didn't even take the buffed build. He took the Discharge Shield, and he still took 51k. I mean, he took 51k. I gotta admit that. He did take more damage. I don't think he ever got a kidnap, but then again, who was he gonna kidnap on our team? The Gardevoir? With Moonblast? Oh, they had Psychic. Okay, they could've. They have a eject button, though. I still have the same outfit from the snapshot on. I didn't change it yet, so I could still fix it. Oh yeah, my Fair Play points. I haven't collected these in forever. It's almost like 20 coins a day isn't worth going into this laggy menu for. What's my season? New season. A lot of Pikachu. Finally a season where I can play Pikachu. Feels good, man. Best win rate of the season, too. Lay Lucario 2 wins under. When did I play Blastoise? Oh right, the Darkrai missions. Right. There's the one Goodry game. Gosh, I would love to play more. The one Zera. A lot of ones. A lot of ones. I lost my one Absol game. That was today too. I played that today because we needed a speedster. I think the Espeon. I think one of the Espeon games is when when we had 4 attackers. I can't imagine why that didn't go well. Why didn't you fill? We already had 3 attackers. I wasn't gonna fill shit. That game was over. You didn't see what I saw. That game was over, dude. That was long gone. That's fun. How's All Season still doing? Cinderace is still my most played Pokemon. How? It has been 3 years. How have I not played anyone more? Blissey is still in my top 4. That's crazy. Zera's still in my top 6 too. Pikachu's barely in my top 10. Archomp's still in my top 10. Barely. Buzzwole's in top 10. Glaceon got booted out. Comfey's working their way up. Absol's working his way up too. Absol's overtaking Leafeon. That's crazy. I played Leafeon so much when it came out. Machamp's still up there. A noble sacrifice, though. You can see I don't play very many other all-rounders. This is still from, like, the first year. This is, like, from the same time as Cinder. I did not play Lucario that much. I don't really play Lucario at all anymore. I straight up don't play it at all anymore. It just doesn't feel fun. Power Up Punch is just so... It takes so long to get it up and running now compared to, like, an Eevee. And extreme speed and ping. Ugh. Please no. Especially with all the stun. I'm not much of a full heal person either. Especially after how many times they nerfed it. Garchomp is a character I will still play, true. But I'm used to that being bad. Ever since they made it good, I've barely played it. Buzzwole, like... Eh. Same thing. I don't play that many all-rounders. This... I have not played this. What is that doing here? How have I played Scizor more than Miraidon? Because Miraidon was broken, that's why. I didn't even get to play Hoopa that much because they made it broken so fast. Hoopa was so broken I only got 17 games with it. That's crazy. That's so low. Still more than Mewtwo X. Can you tell which Mewtwo I like more? 12 games. 119. Is it Mew down here? Mew's down here! Unforgivable. I'm playing more Mew. Unforgivable. It's just, I know, it's just so painful in solo queue on ping, dude. It's painful. You can't carry with Mew. If your team throws, they throw. You can't do nothing about it. You have to burn way too many resources to carry. So if the opponents don't need to burn resources, you're just boned. 2 games as Azumarill ever? That can't be right. This must be ranked only. This has to be ranked only. There's no way. One loss. That tracks. I think that was for one of the Pokemon. That was for one of the legendary. One loss, as it should stay. I'm sad I even played this one game. I shouldn't have. I think that was in like Gen 1. Gen 1. I think this was in year 1 before I knew I hated Mime so much. This is before they buffed him. The same with Trevenant. I think this is before they buffed him. 2 Chandelure games, 2 losses. That tracks. 3 Sableye games, 1 win. That tracks. I think 2 of those games were just testing his build. I think this was before they gem-locked Pokemon, ironically. Alright, enough memory lane. Oh yeah, I can show you here. Here's the games I did today. 1 Glaceon, 1 Absol, 1 Espeon, 1 Pikachu. Pikachu's the only win. Loss. Don't let the surrendered fool you. I have auto surrender on. And once again, like I'm telling you, I was doing good in all of them. 6 kills, 8 kills, 9 kills. Only 1 kill on the Glaceon though. What happened here? Up, still most damage. This was the Eevee. This was a Pilorama. Most damage by far on any team. But my team stole all my kills and died constantly. Look, 0 points scored. They didn't score a single point. You didn't either. I'm Glaceon. I take the longest to start up. I need level 6, bro. I couldn't score on them. When was I gonna score on them? I don't run X speed. I run X attack, baby. Why do you think I got such good numbers? I wasn't gonna score on them. I've damaged everybody. Still lost. 0 points scored. Absol, 9 kills. By the way, in this game, I had to jungle. Sableye invaded. I still got all the farm. And Sableye gave me a like, by the way. I still got all the farm first rotation. One lane, I think, just had a Pikachu. The other one had I think it was Greninja Scizor. Greninja Scizor, yeah. I ganked the lane with Greninja Scizor because they were having trouble. Blaziken side up top lane against just a Pikachu. Look what happened to the Pikachu. Look at those kills. How do you lose a 2v1 against a single target? They had Volt Tackle. They're single target. How do you lose this? How did they lose this? How do you lose a 2v1 against a Pikachu in solo lane? How? How does that happen? How do you lose that? And so I beat the Jungle Invade Sableye, right? I go down to help my Glaceon Lapras fight Greninja Froakie lane with Scizor, right? Leafeon ganks top lane, right? And so I'm helping him with this, right? And I'm trying to help him the whole game. Whole game, you know what happens? Pikachu ults me. Every time. Every time I see the Pikachu, they ult me. I counter ult. I avoid their ult with my ult. I take no damage, right? I have burned this Pikachu's ult solo every single team fight. These mooks did not win a single team fight. I would like to point out that in every time I did ult, I usually killed the Scizor or the Sableye. Somebody died. Every time I ulted, somebody died and I burned Pikachu's ult solo. They lost to the team fight every time. How do you lose a team fight against a Sableye ult and a dead Scizor? And no Pikachu ult? How? How did they lose that? I don't understand. I do not understand. Look at the bans too. The bans were so good. The Ninetales is random, but that's on the enemy team. Right? Like, the bans are so good. Ho-Oh is also a bit random, but I mean, Ho-Oh is pretty broken. If you ult ever. It's like, this damage is inexcusable. Look at this. What is this? The Glaceon took more damage than they did. How? They had 71k. 9 kills. They gave the Pikachu 12. How does the Pikachu get 12? They gave the Leafeon 9. How did they give the Leafeon 9? Who the f did the Leafeon kill? The only person squishy here is Glaceon. And they should be so far in the back it doesn't matter. What? Madness. And then look at this Espeon game. 8 kills. 8 kills. Almost as many as any on the enemy team. And this Dragapult only had 2 kills by, like, second Reggie. I snuffed them the whole game. The whole game I snuffed them. Alright? I kept them from getting anything. They had nothing until, like, second Reggie. Look what they ended with. Look at this. How? Like, I snuffed the Goomy, I snuffed the Dragapult, I didn't die to the Psyduck ever, no matter how hard they tried to kill me, dude. They went in so hard, I would, no matter what. Like, how? What? They gave how does Lapras get 7 kills with 28k damage? How? How bad do you have to be? Look at this Delphox damage. How do you do that bad with Fire Spin? You just press it. What is this Armor Rouge numbers? He was Fire Spin. All he did was just gank goal. All he did was just jump goal and die. And score and die. That's all he did. Like, what are these Cinder numbers? Like, what are you doing? How? Pikachu was the only one that was even semi-decent, and it was just thanks pinging me the whole game. That's all they did. This Pikachu was just thanks pinging me all game because the Armor Rouge kept inting. Like, bro. This was the 4 attacker game, by the way. 5 attacker, technically, but Armor Rouge is an all-rounder. Fight me. Look at this moveset. This is an all-rounder. Fight me. So 4 attacker game, right? Against 2 attacker game, 2 defender. Just objectively better team comp. It's like, what are these numbers? What is this? This is depressing. Even I took more damage than I did just because of how hard they fed. And that's only because of the defense and special defense buffs, right? I was just able to survive so much of their BS. I don't think the Decidueye killed me once. He was Spirit Shackle, by the way, so he was, boy howdy, he was trying. I had like 1 health on goal once. And while with a Spirit Shackle tethered to me. If I left that circle, I was dead. I still lived. I don't think this Decidueye killed me a single time. 9 kills. Like, what? What is happening? We barely managed to win this. At least it felt like a barely. We had a Sableye who did nothing. He did not stun. He did not invade. He didn't even score. Look at him. 36. He didn't even score. He did nothing. He did nothing the whole game. The only reason we won is because I took Pikachu. And even that was a barely. I mean, look at their team comp. Who exactly was I going to Pikachu? I was dealing with the Wigglytuff the whole game. Wigglytuff was in my lane. The Dragonite was also in my lane. He was not very good. Look at those stats. He was not very good. Azumarill was also not very good. Which is wild, because, like, how do you mess up? How do you mess up Azumarill? How does that happen? What? We had a Venusaur in the back, too. What is this? What is this Pupitar? Pupitar was in lane with me, by the way. Just cowardly. Cowardly! Look at his damage numbers. He didn't take much damage either. It's not like he was dying. He was just a coward. He overextended once in the early game. But like, he was just a coward from the beginning to the end. He was pinging me to retreat. He didn't want to score. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight over farm. Nothing. Coward. Madness. Our Absol was doing work though. I feel for him. He went into Wiggly Azumarill lane. That's rough. Not to mention Inteleon in the back. Luckily it was a liquidation. So he did like no damage. Look at that. He took more damage than he did. This whole game was just whack. They surrendered at like 4. That's why all the damage numbers are so low. They surrendered at 4 just because we killed them all at Regibot and then went to Regitop. This is like, well, guess we'll die. The Dragonite had enough. Skirt Cobain, terrible. Why are there so many people who have band names? What were your names before this? Hoorah! I think I've seen this name before. Well, whatever. Whatever. Rant over. It's time for me to go to bed. And Primarina actually has a really good chance of actually being in the game as a playable pawn. So, then again, now that you think about it, Tinkaton was farm in Boss Rush in Panic Parade. Tinkaton was farm in Panic Parade, and now we're getting it as a playable character. So this is the first official documented case of a farm Pokemon getting in as a playable mon. Which is good news! This is good news for all the people who love Vespiquen. And Altaria, Mega Altaria, Dragon type would be really cool. Ampharos, let's be honest, was probably going to get in as farm. But it's a 3-stage, so it's unlikely. It's unlikely. Oh, you Claydol fans, you have a chance too. Anybody who likes Stantler, I guess. I don't think anyone cares enough about Kanto Tauros. Maybe Paldean Tauros, but not Kanto Tauros, not Kantian Tauros. Ludicolo, there's a lot of Ludicolo fans. A lot of Ludicolo fans. And who's the last one? Did I forget? Who's the other bull thing? Bouffalant! I just searched up bull Pokemon and I got it. Bouffalant was the other one. There's so many. There's so many hooved Pokemon. Generic bull. Alright.